Is there any story over Christmas that involves weight training? And it was Moses parting the Red Sea. Now, this was actually the first ever story involving progressive overload weight training. So Moses, basically what it was is that I think the Israelites were trying to get from one side to the other. And Moses said, okay, we can't get there because there's a load of water in the way. So I'm going to part the water. And they're like, no way, you can't do that. Come on. And he says, look, God's on my side. I'm going to do it, right? So he lifted this, I think he calls it a staff, into the air. And that was the first example of resistance training because his arm was really starting to hurt. He'd like lifted to failure. But he kept it in the air and he just thought and thought and thought and prayed and prayed and prayed. I mean, literally progressive overload praying. And then the sea started to part. And these Israelites who were watching him, it was like Hyrox. They were the first ever spectators in like a weight training competition. So he's lifting the staff in a progressive overload, praying, weight training way. The Israelites are watching him, just like all those guys are watching us in Hyrox. The sea parted, and they said, hey, lads, now's the time, right? So they start running ahead, and that was a bit sort of like cardio in Hyrox. Hyrox originally started because of the whole Moses parting the sea thing. And they ran ahead, and then each prayer just carried on keeping the sea apart. And then they were supposed to be chased by the Egyptians because the Egyptians apparently were trying to catch the Israelites. And then Moses went, boom, and he just basically just dropped the weight. He dropped the staff. And that caused everything to go wrong. And the sea just closed and the Egyptians couldn't get them. So this whole thing about Moses parting the sea, Israelites getting across, and the Egyptians being stuck by the water was basically Hyrox, progressive overload, weight training, everything. And that's how the modern gym story began.
I mean, I will give it to you. You've really outdone yourself there. My goodness.